Yes, Burns. You do this every time. We're just fuck it. We're starting now. Welcome to Burns of Berman,
Hi,
episode
one viewer.
63.
It's us and you, one viewer.
Yep. Well, it
How
takes
you
a
doing
second.
today, Joshua?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Also takes a second for everything to load up,
Oh,
but I'm doing good.
that's good. Same here. The NFL offseason now. We don't have
Yes.
any predictions to do today for the first week ever.
Yeah.
What do you do on Sundays now?
I don't know. I was thinking about that.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
like? What is your usual like Sunday plans? Like, what do you do?
I don't know.
Nothing. Like, I mean, most people
I
do
mean,
like
there's not
homework.
like a weekly routine.
Most people do homework now on Sundays, but like that sucks.
Well, I don't have to worry about that. So that's not an issue.
Oh man, no, I just like don't give a shit anymore. It is
Yeah,
NBA All Star Weekend. I do love
it
NBA.
is. This is a fun week. I love
I
NBA All
love,
Star.
I love NBA All Star Weekend. I think it might be the best one in sports.
I think it easily is.
Dunk
Now, keep
contest,
in
three
mind
point
that's out of
contest,
the two
awesome.
leagues that I watch, but still.
Yeah, isn't it crazy that the biggest name in college basketball is a woman? Isn't that a crazy thing to say?
She is incredible.
She's unreal. But isn't that just crazy to say? Like we talk about
Yeah.
for forever how women's sports like suck, and then Caitlin Clark just comes in out of nowhere.
She
I don't
is
know.
a show.
Bro,
You watch her play. It is so fun to watch.
she's an absolute bucket, bro.
Yeah.
She is a bucket.
But it's not just like, oh, she's good. It's entertaining. And that is what I think
It
more than
is.
anything else women's sports needs is someone who is fun to watch.
Like, dude, the
And that is
craziest
her.
thing is sometimes at my school, our women's basketball team sometimes plays at like 11 o'clock on like a Tuesday morning.
Right.
And I look at the attendance numbers and it's all like 100 to 300 people. They sell out that arena every week.
Yeah.
Every week to watch her play. That's
Yeah.
almost that was almost unheard of in women's sports as a whole.
Yeah.
Unheard of. It's nuts, dude.
Box office.
Yeah. You had a take for a long time. I agreed with you that the problem with women's sports wasn't because of the gender difference. It was just talent-wise. And it was just entertainment value.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And now you have somebody.
I'm not even necessarily saying talent more than anything else, entertainment.
Yeah,
You can be
entertainment.
just
And
as
now you have
talented.
somebody who brings it in.
Right.
They have somebody, dude. And now it completely changes the sport because you know how many Caitlin Clarks are going to see pop up over the next like 10 years.
What happened to the NBA and Steph Curry?
Exactly. It completely changed, bro.
And
it completely changed the game.
Did you see the Michael Porter Jr. thing where
No.
Okay. He went on the Pivot podcast, great podcast, by the way, Ryan Clark's. But he was talking about how he thinks they should lower the rims. Because he said that like dunking on people, like entertainment value. That was his whole argument. Of course, he got destroyed for that because reasons. But I watched, you remember Rachel Demita from 2K TV?
Yes.
So randomly.
Wow. That hold the phone.
I know.
Wow.
Randomly on YouTube.
I used to watch it to get the free VC. I remember those days. Yeah.
Well, randomly on YouTube, a video of her giving her take on that situation popped up. So I watched it. And she brought up a really good point. Not completely disregard how you feel about saying something like that. The number one reason why that's a terrible idea is because theoretically, if you were to lower women's hoop to 9 feet, every single gym in the country needs to have a hoop that is 9 feet. Do you realize what you would be asking them to do? You'd be asking them to do one of two things. You'd either be asking women when you're trying to grow, and his idea, as she pointed out, was to try and grow the women's sport. He wasn't coming from a sexist stand. Like, that was not what he was trying to do. His idea was trying to grow the sport. But if you want to do that, because you want to get more women playing it, you have to do one of two things. Either have every single gym have a 9-foot rim, or ask women to practice on a rim that they're not then going to be playing.
This guy's profile picture of you is such a good picture. Where's that
Yeah, no,
from?
I love it. I love it.
Where's that from?
I don't know.
It's like,
I have no idea. But yeah,
oh man, Joshua, dude. You know what's one thing I've realized is, isn't it crazy how life can just change from 1 second to the next? Isn't it just nuts?
yes.
Like literally, I
Yes.
was just looking at this past week, right, doing some reflection, whatever. Last weekend, I had the most crazy weekend of my life. I never slept. I didn't do anything.
Mhm.
Fast forward to Wednesday, I'm in the library till 1:30 in the morning doing homework.
Mhm.
Isn't it just crazy how things can change that fast?
Yeah.
That fast. Like I just look at it sometimes and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? I mean, things are still exciting, but I'm just like, what the hell, man? It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I don't know. School fucking sucks, but I did get invited. I don't even know
I
what this
really
means.
don't miss it.
To
I don't
Yeah,
at
I
all.
know. I got invited to the National Society of Leadership and Success from the school.
Nice.
I don't know what that means. I think I just had like good grades, I guess, because I did have good grades, but
Nice.
yeah. No, I don't know. Life's been fucking weird. Yesterday, the Chicago Bears, a lot of news about this team yesterday. A lot.
Yeah.
We had
They were
stadium
both
news.
expected.
Yeah, both expected. We had both expected news and then not expected news. Number one, with the expected, cutting Eddie Jackson and
And
Cody
Whitehair.
Whitehair. Cody Whitehair, I mean, I love the guy. He played here for 8 years, but it was definitely his time. And same with Eddie Jackson. But Eddie Jackson, man, after he fell off, dude, before he fell off,
He was great.
oh my God, 2018, bro. 2018 Eddie Jackson.
You wanna know something crazy that I saw?
What?
With those 2 getting cut, your longest tenured player is Patrick Scales, your long snapper who was
Yep.
brought in 2019.
No, he was on the 2018 team.
And maybe I saw the wrong stat, but they were talking
No,
about how he's oh, no,
Patty
he was the
Scales is the
only
only one
player, I
left.
think.
Yeah, Patty Scales is the only one left from the 2018 team.
Right.
Yep.
And then I also saw on the same thing that CJ Mosley is the longest tenured Jet, which is crazy.
And hey, we can finally have a round of applause because the Ryan Pace days, Ryan Pace,
Yes.
are officially over because the Chicago Bears have finally stopped paying what player? What player do you think I'm going to name?
Well, not Eddie Jackson or Whitehair, I'm assuming. Neither of those 2?
Neither of those two.
Trubisky?
Danny Trevathan.
What?
The Bears just
You were
finished
still paying him?
Dude, why do you think Ryan Pace was like the worst GM ever?
I didn't know that. How long was the contract that he signed?
I don't know the logistics of it, but we just got done paying Danny Trevathan.
Are you serious?
The last year that he was on the Bears was 2021, and he started for 1 game.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Do some research into it after the show. It's fucking nuts, dude. How
Danny
bad of a
Trevathan.
GM he was. So people are wondering why the Bears were the worst team in the league. Brian pulls his first year. He had to fucking dig his way out of this hole that he was just set here in by Ryan Pace.
He did have the most cap space in the NFL last season. Let's not forget. Let's not
Yeah, because he cut everybody.
Yeah.
So he cleaned the fucking house.
That's where I remember him from. Is he's the guy that completely cheap shot at Devontae Adams.
Yep. He was okay in 2018. I mean, he was
okay in Denver. I remember that. In Denver, he was pretty good. That's why he got the contract that he got.
He was just slow guy, very slow. Need to get some wheels on him. But yeah, that's officially dead. And with Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair gone, the Chicago Bears now, I've been saying the 7th, we now have the 3rd most cap space in the NFL this offseason.
Yeah, we're definitely in cap casualty time.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Josh. And the only player that we really have to pay this offseason is Jalen Johnson. So we can spend money.
But that is a priority.
Yes, it is the number 1 priority, obviously. Right. But we can go and spend money and shop again, which is awesome. Now I'm going to ask you a quick question. One of the biggest question marks for this team this offseason is the wide receiver position. Obviously, you have DJ Moore at number 1.
Right.
Darnell Mooney, question mark, and wide
Isn't he a
receiver
free agent
3.
too?
Yeah, I know. He is a free agent too. Wide receiver 3, question mark. Do you hit free agency for the wide receiver, or do you use your 9th overall pick on it?
Why not do both? Why not?
You technically can do both.
Why not?
But look, what are the 3 things that the Chicago Bears need to hit this offseason? Wide receiver, offensive line, defensive line. Those 3.
Right. And to me, if I were the Bears, I don't know if they'll do it or not. But the idea to me of drafting a receiver in round 1, DJ Moore, and then a guy like a Calvin Ridley. Do that.
I agree with that. But I really think that with this team, that's one or the other. Because at the same time, as I just said, offensive line, defensive line, you look in the top 10 of this draft class, and there's a lot of players that could fall under those 2 categories as well. Joe Alt, for example, Dallas Turner out of Alabama. And if you're looking wide receiver in the draft, Roma Dunze, Malik Neighbors. Guys, butcher his last name.
Neighbors
Is
or
it Nabbers or Neighbors?
It's Neighbors.
Neighbors. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm fucking horrible with names. You've known this for a very long
That's
time.
true.
It's really bad. Like, I know who they are. I know how to say their names. Well, I
Right.
don't know how to say their names. Yeah. But yeah. And then lastly, this is where I get really angry and really pissed off. But actually not really, because these videos did really well. They did. Talking about the news about the Chicago Bears in their new stadium.
What is the news?
The city of Arlington Heights will provide no property tax relief whatsoever on the Chicago Bears stadium project.
Meaning?
The Bears are staying in Chicago is what it looks like.
Okay.
I am fuming, pissed off, because here's the thing. I don't want to get really angry on here, Josh. The property tax is $15 million a year.
Mhm.
Okay. They didn't want full relief. They wanted some. So let's say you bring that down to $7 million a year, right?
Mhm.
And you imagine what the Bears are building. State-of-the-art stadium like SoFi or Allegiant.
Place where
Those
you
are
can
the
host
2
a
best.
Super Bowl one day.
Yep. Hotel district, bars and restaurants district in the middle of this fucking town. How much money does that bring to the town every year? Not just during Bear season. Every single concert that comes to Chicago,
That's
they're going
Foxborough,
there.
Massachusetts.
Every single big event that comes to Chicago, it's going there. People are saying
Ask Foxborough,
WrestleMania,
Massachusetts what that does.
good things. Very good things.
Yeah.
How much money do you think that brings in a year? And people are saying, I don't want to pay for the stadium. I don't want to use taxes. Then move the fuck out of Arlington Heights. Move out of the town. Leave. Leave. Your house is going to triple in value. Triple when they build this stadium. Leave.
That said, I've always had the mindset of, why can't the team pay for it?
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. You know what? The Bears are the 6th richest franchise in the NFL. I mean, in American sports. In
They can afford it.
American sports, the 6th richest.
So why don't the Bears pay for it? I think you're directing your
You know,
anger
you're
at the
asking a
wrong
great
people.
question, but they're stingy motherfuckers. And that's the
I think
thing.
you're directing your anger at the
stingy.
wrong people then.
I direct my anger at both of them because I see why the Chicago Bears should have to pay for it. I see it. But at the same time, I also see how the city could help out and give them a little bit of tax relief because they're going to bring millions upon millions of dollars to that town year after year after year.
True.
For forever. Unless if the NFL implodes on itself. Forever.
Right.
That's a free moneymaker for forever.
You know, I actually have an NFL question because I was driving home yesterday, listening to NFL radio.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Moving the Chains, which is like their number 1 show. That's like 3 to 7. It's really good. But no, we're saving the ad read for a little while after this. Actually, after we talk about this, we'll do it. Valentine's Day is over, so you get to freelance again.
Yes. Okay.
But they talk about the kickoff rule. Big topic of conversation. Because at the end of the day, the kickoff at this point is a ceremonial play. Honestly. I think everyone loves the idea of making the kickoff fun, making that exciting again. But what do they do? My idea has always been what the XFL had done over the last couple of years. And now that they're merging with the USFL and the new UFL rules, they're getting rid of it. That kickoff rule, they're not even doing in the UFL. So the reality is it is the most dangerous play in football. You cannot just be like, fuck it, we're going to put it back to the way it was, no problem. You can't do it. The whole reason why it got changed is because it is by far the most dangerous play in the NFL. The concussion rates are crazy high. You can't, and you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's going to come out here and just say, you know what? I think we should just get rid of it entirely. I don't think anyone's going to say that.
Yeah.
I think the reality is, though, that is where it's headed, unless they can think of something.
Yeah, I agree.
That is what I think. I think at this point, we are headed in the direction towards just they're not being kickoffs anymore. Which is sad, but I really do. I think that's where we're headed. So what do you do if the old XFL rule doesn't work and they don't like it, which I don't understand why, but if that's where that is, what do we do?
You see, a lot of youth leagues have already gotten rid of kickoffs.
Yeah.
They've already gotten rid of them. You just start with the ball on the 25-yard line.
I at my camp, our rules, I got rid of the kickoff years ago for multiple reasons. Number one, the amount of times they lost the ball because they threw it into the woods when they were trying to throw it out of bounds. That's the first reason. But the second reason is it didn't really serve a purpose, and half of them were either returned for a touchdown or just a touchback. There were very little times where it was anything other than just a return touchdown or a touchback, so it was useless.
And in the NFL, it's just touchbacks and the now very occasional touchdown return.
Right. But what was interesting and what was brought up as they were talking about it was there were, I think, 5 kickoff return touchdowns or 4 kickoff return touchdowns in the NFL last year. So the NFL can point to that and say, hey, that still happens. In fact, 4 kickoff return touchdowns in one season. Like when you think about it, there were more return touchdowns this past year than any other year I can remember in recent memory. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Plus also just long returns. It's not just touchdowns too. You're thinking returns to the 40-yard line, returns to the 50-yard line, giving your team good field position. I think, and also the onside kick will be gone too. I think that you
the onside kick, I am fully in the boat of just I've never liked the idea of the onside kick. I think it's too luck-based. I think the idea of making that a 4th and 12 play is so much better. The onside kick is so luck-based. You're trying to get a lucky bounce.
That's the whole point of it, is to be luck-based.
That's literally the whole point of the
onside kick. That's the whole point of it.
I don't like that, though. If there's one thing I would be fully in favor of is getting rid of the onside kick and making it a 4th and 12 play. It's more exciting, and it actually is way more based off of your skill level. I really do. That's definitely an opinion I have.
You see, and I saw somebody say this in the chat that also getting rid of kickoffs gets rid of people's jobs too at the same time. I think you just keep it the exact same. You keep it the exact same as it is right now, and you just ride with it, man. Because look, if you're worried about getting injured or you don't want to return the ball, don't let it go out the back of the end zone.
Everyone else. The
most dangerous let it go out the back of the end zone. You go into the game, every single kicker just boots it straight into the end zone. It is your team's choice if you want to return it or not. Every single kicker does. There's no point in changing it. It is a staple of football.
The fair catch is gone, though. They're going to get rid of that from the kickoff thing. That was dumb.
Yeah, no, that was dumb. I agree. There was no point of it. I saw it maybe used like 3 or 4 times this year.
But why?
There's no point in getting rid of it.
I'm not suggesting you should. I don't want them to. I don't think anyone does. But I do think they need to change something. I think they need to get rid of the onside kick. I think that's a different conversation. Because I think that's not a safety thing. That to me is luck-based. And I would much rather have that be based off skill. I'd much rather see a team make a comeback, not because they got a lucky bounce on an onside kick, because they earned it and they made a really nice play on a 4th and 12 play to keep their drive going. I think that's way more interesting. Talking about a kickoff, though, that's it. I mean,
And look, Josh,
the NFL doesn't want kick returns the way it is. It is the most dangerous play in football. That's the reality. That's the whole reason why they made all the changes.
holy shit, it's football. It's fine. I think that's
it is by far the most dangerous play.
Look, dude, the whole wave of people talking about how dangerous football is, it's over now. That was like fucking 2010s when all the soccer moms were talking about the fucking concussions and everything. That's all over now. That hasn't been talked about in years.
A huge reason for that is because of all the changes they made to the kickoff. A huge reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's fine. And now it can sit there and just stay as it is. There's no issue with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not broken. We've seen returns for touchdowns. We've seen returns for 50, 60 yards.
Right. And
You
there's
don't
few
need to
things in
fix
football more
anything.
exciting than a long return.
Huh?
There's few things in football more exciting than a long return.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it as it is. There's nothing that has to change. There's nothing that has to. It's perfectly fine as is.
So you're okay
But
with
there is
having
one thing that does need to change, and that's when I was scrolling on my For You page earlier today, and I saw this guy. You might know him by the name of Colin Cowherd.
Yes.
He was doing his way too early division winners. I heard that little chuckle.
The NFC North, by the way, I think might be the most interesting division in the NFL next year.
I know. Well, first off, he said the Packers win that division. That's just wrong. But
I think you could say
he said the winner of the NFC East will be the Washington Commanders.
Why? What was his reasoning on that?
He loves their new coaching staff and $75 million in cap space. And a new quarterback.
So, to me...
Gosh, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
I just will say this, though. I don't know if there's a single team in the NFL that is better set up for free agency right now than the Commanders. But the whole
because there's nobody on the team. There's nobody on the team.
Listen. Right. Listen. This is why I hate the idea of just assuming that a team is going to get way better in the offseason before they do it. Yeah, I don't like that. But it was the same thing with the Bears last year with all their cap space. Yeah, they're set up to be a lot better.
But now make the playoffs.
First.
Now make the playoffs. They're going to be the Chicago Bears next year.
Right. So if Washington, though, makes a bunch of really nice moves, you can make that prediction. But I hate the idea of making the prediction before it happens. That's dumb.
Yeah, no, they are not. They are not sniffing the playoffs next year. Unless they pull off like 2 or 3 blockbuster trades, they are not sniffing it.
I don't like the idea of making any predictions for next year when nothing has happened yet.
Exactly. People keep asking me what my record prediction is for the Bears next year. I don't fucking know. I got to see what the fuck happens first. I got to see who we pick up and everything. Look, after the draft, depending on my confidence, I do have a series idea that I really want to do this summer, and it would be really fucking cool. But I need to see the draft. I need to see free agency first. I need to. And that's just how it goes. It's just...
You can't make that prediction.
You know what that is? You know what that is, Josh? It's fucking looking for headlines now.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And
right
the
now,
TikTok I saw, it had 1,500 likes and 600 comments, and almost every single comment had like 800 likes on it.
Right.
People were just fucking murdering him, man.
Yeah. At this point in time, if you're going to make a prediction for the division winners next year, maybe with 1 or 2 exceptions, at this point, there's no reason not to predict the same division winners as last year because nothing's changed yet.
Exactly. No, 100%.
As of right now, there is no reason not to assume that every single team that won their division this past season will do it again unless if there is a massive change that's already happened, which let's see. No. Baltimore hasn't had, I'm talking right now, Baltimore might be the only team out of the division winners that already has had a significant change to their team, and that is their coaching staff.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
want to say, oh, agree or disagree, if you want to say Cincinnati is going to win their division next year because they got everyone coming back
This is a
and we have
crazy
everyone
take.
losing.
I fucking hate Tiger Woods. I think that he's a scumbag. I've hated him my whole life. I like a lot of other golfers. I fucking hate Tiger Woods. That's just a weird take that I have. I've never been a fan of him at all.
But going back to what I was saying, everything else, until something changes in the offseason, Houston for the South, Buffalo for the East, Kansas City for the West,
Yep.
Detroit for the North.
No.
Who was until something changes.
Yep. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's the same thing.
No, fuck you. Fuck you.
I just said with the Ravens, it's the same thing.
Guys, you know why
the
Josh
South
is
and the
all
Bucks-
yelling and angry today? Because he didn't trim his balls. If you want to trim your balls and you want your cock and shaft to look awesome, then you should go to Manscaped, where you can get 20% off and free shipping by using code N4L Media. Make sure to go and get your balls cut. Fucking buy stuff. Thank you.
What an ad read.
Yeah,
Incredible.
fuck you. Pissed off at you today, man. I'm done with your shit, Josh.
I'm not saying that it should be taken away. I think
Yes,
it's
you are.
going to
You
be.
literally did say that like fucking like 10 times. You didn't say taken away fully, but you said like 10 times in a row that you wanted it to be like kind of gone.
I want it to be changed. I don't want it to be the way that it is. Are you okay with a 75 to 80% of the time it just being a touchback?
Sure.
I'd rather.
Oh my God,
to
it's
see
one
more
play,
returns.
dude. I'm gonna sit there and fucking jerk off and cry. No, the next play, the actual fucking game starts.
Right, but my whole thing is that I don't want the kickoff to be taken away because I think that's where it's headed.
But you see, when I come from a team that has a legacy of kickoff returners, I've seen it happen in front of my eyes repeated times, almost nowadays. Even nowadays, I see great returns on kickoffs all the time, dude. Fucking, even though it's Velus Jones Jr. and he's a shitter and he sucks, he brings the ball out of the end zone like every time, and it's great. It's exciting.
Right. So I want more of that. That's my entire argument.
Sure. So what do you want to say? No more touchbacks?
No. I want them. That's my whole
Or make it so that you can only use like 2 touchbacks a game?
No. I don't know what there is to do. I just think there should be. They need to change it somehow to encourage more returns. Nothing. No.
There's no way to change it to encourage more returns. There's no way. Besides, like limiting,
then we're just headed.
Besides, like limiting touchbacks,
that just means we're headed.
Limiting touchbacks is the only way to make it so that you return the ball more.
But I'm telling you right now that if they make no changes, that just means that the kickoff will be gone entirely within the next 10 years. That's what I think.
No way.
I do.
No way, dude. It's a fucking staple of the game, Joshua. It's not going anywhere.
So it was the extra point of the 2-yard line. And then they said, you know what? It's not.
Dude, no, that was just moving it back. You're talking about completely getting rid of the play.
But they changed it. They added a 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
in the 90s.
They might make some minor changes to it, but
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to make any kind of, but they need to do something.
Okay, I'm sick of talking
about the kickoff. Can't be the same.
Let's switch the subject. I'm sick of talking about fucking kicking a ball in the air. Okay, I'm done. What do you want to talk about now? I got an idea.
Okay.
NCAA college football trailer drop. Did you watch it?
I watched it, but it wasn't really a trailer.
It was a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
But they did show a lot of cool things that they are doing, like traditions and everything. Cool.
Yes.
Good vibes. Okay, bees, I'm with it, man. If they fuck it up and they use the same system that they do for Madden, I'm actually going to.
That's my whole thing. It needs to be.
I'm going to bomb the EA headquarters.
But
not actually government, but just kidding.
They need to do. They need to make this game like good. The whole reason why everyone's so excited is because how good the last game was.
Josh, can we make a bet?
How long have they been spending on this game? Years.
Almost years, yeah.
So please.
Can we make a bet?
Can we make this game good, please? Because my expectations are low. And I really hope that I'm wrong.
If the Bears finish better than the Ravens this year, you have to do a shirtless ASMR video.
What?
Yeah. And if the Ravens finish better, I have to do nothing.
First of all, no. Second of all, we just talked about how you can't make a prediction based off of nothing happening yet.
Yeah, this is just a bet. This isn't a prediction.
And why do you have no punishment?
Because that's the way it goes, dude. That's how the
No.
cookie crumbles. That could be my birthday present.
No.
You didn't get me anything. I'm actually really mad. Like, you didn't even make like a slideshow with like my face on it that said happy birthday. No shout out. Yeah, fuck you, Josh. Fuck you. I'm
sorry.
seriously pissed off today. I really am angry.
I can see that.
Where's Michael?
I don't know.
What do you think he does when he's like not on camera or anything?
I don't know.
Like, do you have any idea, guys? Comment in the chat. What do you think that Michael does when he's just like not like on camera or making videos? It's something weird. It's totally something just weird. Like, not football related. Like, what does he do? I don't even know who's competing in the event.
Here, that's what I was about to say. I'm not even sure who's competing in most of these, so I'm gonna pull up who.
I got like an email. One of like the weirdest like sponsorship opportunities I've ever gotten. It was from the General. You know that company, the one that the Shaq commercial.
Yes.
Yeah, they wanted me to go to Indy to promote the G League game during All-Star weekend.
I would have done that.
Well, yeah, no, they never emailed. Well, I emailed them, and then they're like, "Okay, we'll get back to you next week." Never did. Well, because I asked for a significant amount of bag, because I'm like, dude, if I'm fucking going to Indianapolis for the weekend, I am going to all the NBA All-Star events, you know?
Right.
And they just didn't say anything because I asked for way too much, but it happened.
So I'm looking this right now. Let's pull these up.
Full schedule.
This is starting things off with the celebrity game. We have Team Shannon Sharp against Team Stephen A.
Okay, zoom in a little bit more.
I am. 50 Cent is coaching with Shannon Sharp, Asia Wilson, Lil Wayne, Stephen A. All right, we got Meta World Peace, CJ Stroud, Jennifer
Hudson. Meta World, dude, CJ Stroud actually knows ball. He can ball.
You know, T-Jazz. You remember him?
Oh, yeah, TikTok guy.
Yeah, Kai Sinhat.
Hi.
Lily, that's what's her name? Lily Sing. What? She's a YouTuber. I forgot what her actual like.
Walker Hayes, he's a singer.
Micah Parsons. We got Micah Parsons and CJ Stroud.
Yeah, and they were just on a podcast beefing with each other about this.
So I don't
know. I'm going with Team Stephen A, bro. I know that CJ Stroud, he could actually ball. He was a baller.
CJ Stroud's good.
He was a baller in high school.
All right.
Quavo this year is shocking, bro. He plays like every year.
It's fallen off ever since they got rid of Kevin Hart doing it. That was the best.
Yeah.
All right. This is the Rising Stars Challenge, which is so weirdly formatted now. We got 4 captains. And then
is there any Bulls on here?
So we got Pau Gasol, Tamika Catchings, Jalen Rose. Is that Detlef Schrempf?
None? No way. So. Dude, I don't think there's a
Mac
single
McClung
Bull.
is in this.
He is?
Oh, you know why? This is like G League. This is like the G League people. So yeah, G League. These 3 are G League Ignite. 4 G League Ignite players. That makes sense.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, no. So then that's a G League team, and then the rest is like the actual league.
Yeah, but the G League Ignite players are the guys who are going to be in the draft next year.
Gotcha.
Because that's like the NBA has been doing recently. Okay. Jaime Jaquez, Wemby. This team's stacked. Jaime Jaquez, Wemby, and Brandon Miller. Those are the 3 best rookies this year, probably.
Yeah, that is stacked.
It's
okay. So go down to the dunk contest now.
All right, yeah.
Or 3-point, whatever's next.
Skills challenge is next.
Okay.
All right. Team Pacers. Halliburton, Mathurin, and Miles Turner. Team top picks. Oh, okay. Just the last 3 number 1 picks of Paolo, Anthony Edwards, and Victor Wembanyama. Team All-Stars. Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trae Young. So the 3 All-Stars they convinced to do it.
Bro, I might go with the top picks, dude. I feel like Wemby is going to ball during
I agree.
What are the odds on this, you think? Because you can, I think that you can.
I'm trying to find what the rules are because it's all weird now. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it's the way it was last year, I think. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Whatever. 3-point contest. There are a ton of people. Yeah. So, first of all, the Steph Curry and Sabrina
Cat? Oh, yeah. Cat is a bucket from 3.
Malik Beasley, I think, is interesting.
All-Star weekend. Let's see. Okay. So you can bet on the winners of the Rising Stars tournament. 3-point contest winner. Dame Lillard is the favorite.
I was about to say, I'm looking at this and I would say Dame Lillard's probably my pick.
Yeah, the
Considering-
dog in this is Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't sleep on Lowry Marketing on this one.
Yeah, dude, Laurie's a bucket. Dunk contest winner. Matt McClung, heavy favorite.
Yeah, all right, dunk contest.
And then going back to the skills contest, it's basically even odds for the three teams.
That doesn't surprise me. So we got Matt McClung, Jaime Jaquez. Is that Obi Toppin's brother?
I think.
And then Jaylen Brown.
Wow, I'm shocked that Jaylen Brown's doing this shit, man.
Well, that's the whole thing is we have a legit all-star doing this now. For the first
Matt
time in a
McClung
while.
is gonna go crazy, bro.
I agree.
He is
Matt McClung's my pick.
Yeah.
Matt McClung's my pick.
I love watching this every year, dude. It's so fun.
Yeah, I agree. And then we have the actual all-star game. I'm pulling up the rosters. It's so hard to find.
Did DeMar make the All-Star team? Like even as like a bench player?
No.
Damn, so the Bulls have 0 All-Stars this year?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Disappointing. But we suck.
Why can't I find the list of the
Oh,
all-stars?
yeah, and then Sabrina versus Curry in the 3-point shootout.
That's such a lose-lose for everyone involved. Like if Sabrina wins, they're just gonna go, "Oh, she's lucky," and then if she loses, everyone's gonna clown her.
Yeah. I think it's more unlucky for Steph, dude.
Yeah, and Steph's gonna be like, "Okay, you should have won," or they're gonna clown Steph for losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see. Why is it so hard to find the rosters for the All-Star game?
Yeah, Joshua, you're taking a year and a half.
I know. I don't know why this is just not like very easy to find. Here it is. Jesus. All right. Because we're back to East versus West this year. So in the East, we got the starters are Giannis, Embiid's not playing, Halliburton, Dame, Jason Tatum. And then Bam Adebayo, Paolo Banchero, Scotty Barnes is an injury replacement. Well-deserved, by the way. He's been great this year. Jaylen Brown. Jalen Brunson has been insane this year, too.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle injured, and Trae Young's injury replacement. And, of course, Doc Rivers coaching, which is so funny. And then in the West, we got Luka, KD, SGA, LeBron, and Jokic. Makes sense.
It's
Devin
Team
Booker,
LeBron versus Team who?
It's not. It's East versus West this year.
Gotcha.
And then Devin Booker, Steph, AD, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi. Kawhi, by the way, Kawhi is not getting talked about enough this year. He's barely missed any games, and he's been really good with the Clippers as a top 3 seed in the West.
And no one's talking shit too about this.
Cat, and then that's it. Okay.
You want to see some crazy shit about NBA All-Star Weekend too?
What?
Bro, I gotta show you this shit. Hold on. You're gonna be shocked, honestly. Here, wait, let me fucking present now.
I'm telling you, Kawhi should be in the conversation.
Check this, ready?
Kawhi.
Okay, let's start off. Rising Stars game. How much do you think it is?
Like for tickets?
Yeah.
50, 60 bucks, maybe higher.
Okay.
Probably way higher, actually. It's all-star. A lot.
Okay. $60 on the nose.
Oh, wow.
On the nose for nosebleeds. Let's see. Right behind the bench, 290, 250. Okay.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad. Not bad. All right, now let's go back. All-Star Saturday night.
Hundreds.
Like, give me a guess for a nosebleed.
Oh, for a nosebleed? Well, it's in Lucas Oil, so
yeah, it is.
That probably brings it down because there's way more seats.
Okay. Then one like the front rows.
Front rows, probably thousands, 10,000. Okay, went way high.
3K. Damn, over here for only 500, but all the way up here is like 239.
Yeah.
I'd never sit all the way up here. This is gross up here.
Not for basketball. God, no.
No, I'd sit down here, though.
Well, yeah.
We're like right there. Bucks, not bad. Isn't this just crazy? All right, then lastly, ready? All-Star game.
And this is once again, this is back in Cambridge.
Yep. What's your guess?
We're talking nosebleeds,
Yeah.
300, 400. Yeah.
The cheapest one's $500. When I came on here a couple weeks ago,
I'm
it
not
was a
surprised.
grand. It was a grand a seat.
I'm not
Down
surprised.
here, it's $6,000, $14,000,
That doesn't
5,000.
surprise me. This is way less surprising to me than it is to you.
It's just nuts, dude. I didn't know that many people cared about like All-Star Weekend like that.
This is the NBA's version of the Super Bowl. It's the
True.
only neutral site thing they do all year. Well, now they do the in-season tournament as well.
Mhm.
But it's not like the Super Bowl where you have the Super Bowl is a week-long NFL event. The only time the NBA can do that is All-Star because the finals is in between. They go back and forth between the two teams playing. So, yeah, I mean, and it's also the only time where everyone in the NBA is in the same place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Dude, the Super Bowl was so fucking cool, dude. Except I wish that the fucking 49ers won, man. I would have been a rich man, and I would have been a lot happier. So close to destiny, Joshua.
You want to know what was really painful was Chris Jones after the game saying that the Ravens were by far the best team that they played this year.
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah, dude, that could have been you. Then I would have saw
said,
you in Vegas.
He didn't say they were the best. He said by far the best.
You were close, man. You were close, Joshua.
Well, now that we're close, we should have got it. That's what's annoying.
Hey, now you got to wait till September to see him try and do it again. We both do. I'm so excited already, dude. I just want this offseason to be done with so I know everything.
Right.
Oh, I'm so ready, man.
This is also right when I get way more into the NBA is this time frame in between the Super Bowl and the start of free agency.
Yeah.
So this next month, I get way more into the NBA because I watch it all. And then with March Madness, I don't get into it. I want to get more into college basketball than I am.
Yeah.
But I can't until the conference tournament start. It's too many teams.
It's way too many teams, dude. It's so hard.
It's too many teams for me to follow because I can't be because I'm so like sports crazy. I can't be a casual fan of a league. I need to. If I watch the league, I need to know everything about it. So that can't happen in college basketball until we get down to the conference tournaments when there's way less teams to focus on. Yeah. I'm incapable of being a casual fan of a league. Like even like with baseball, when I was watching the Orioles, I only watched the Orioles. I couldn't be like a baseball fan.
Yeah. I see exactly what you're saying. I'm kind of the same way for college basketball. There's only like certain teams that I really actually care about, and then the rest is just like, okay, yeah, whatever. And that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just it sucks. Everything sucks now. There's no football for forever. But I mean, I'm excited for the draft. I'm excited for free agency. But I'm really just excited for the season.
This is the best free agency class we've seen in a long time, too.
Oh, yeah. No, it's nuts, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's going to be nuts. This whole offseason is going to be nuts. And I just want it to be next year and the Bears finally have their squad together and we're ready to roll. That's
these next couple of weeks, though, are going to be really interesting to see how many players get extended.
True.
Because the reality is as good as free agency class is. If you look at like a top 20 list, about half of them are just going to be on the same team as they're on right now.
Yeah.
And I might be undershooting that number.
True. Yeah, so, no, dude. I'm just fucking
it's going to be really interesting to see who they're actually going to let hit the open market.
Yeah.
And you know who I think the best player is going to be, and he's a safety, so no one cares, not a big name, but probably the best player that's going to hit the open market is Antoine Winfield. And that is going to be, I'm going to tell you right now, that whoever gets Antoine Winfield is going to be very, very happy. You can make a legitimate argument that Antoine Winfield is the single best safety in the NFL, and he is going to hit the open market this year. So that guy is going to be a baller for whoever gets him. Because he got Baker, him, and Evans.
How many days until free agency opens? It's March 13th, right?
Yeah, it's right after. They time it perfectly because it's right after. I mean, sorry, not right. It's right before March Madness starts.
March 13th, yeah. March 13th at 4 p.m. I am going to be. Let's see. What day is March 13th? I'm going to be hanging out by the pool that day. Nice. Nice. Dude, that's so hype. That's so hype. You know what's the craziest thing, too? Every single time I have driven through Tennessee since college, which is the only time that I've ever been there, something has happened with the Bears every single time.
I feel like I called you one of those times. Was that when Roquan got traded?
Yes. Every single time. Something has happened. Freshman year, Khalil Mack trade. See you later. He's gone, right? Then the next time I'm driving there, Roquan as I'm driving there. Robert Quinn
I told you to break the news to you.
Robert Quinn as I'm driving home. It was only in the car, both times. Only in the car. Where it happened. And then obviously, last year, ready? I'm driving. I'm about to be at my girlfriend's house. I'm literally 5 minutes away. My phone starts blowing up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Bears trade the first overall pick.
Right.
It's nuts, dude. I don't know why. It happens every single time. And something's going to happen again.
Tennessee again.
Yes.
When?
But here's the thing. But it's going to be some sort of trade. It's going to be some sort of trade or re-signing. My guess, my very hopeful guess is on my way there, it's re-signing Jalen Johnson. Because I drive there on the 7th.
Okay.
On the 7th of March. So I'm very hopeful that's that. And on the way home, I drive home on the 16th, and I think it's going to be re-signing somebody. No, signing somebody from free agency. But it was so weird. I was just like fucking chilling, and then all of a sudden I check my phone. Damn, Twitter, make a video. Boom. Oh. Shit.
I'm going to be really annoyed if that happens.
Yeah, I would be really fucking pissed off if that happened too, to you, if I were you.
Why can't make a Kenny Pickett?
Damn. Yeah, true. Dude,
we haven't talked about this.
Dude, that's the most like NPC person to do that, dude. Like Jimmy G out of all people. Jimmy G. Mr. Beautiful himself.
Jimmy GQ.
He didn't need to. He didn't. Dude, he sucked. He sucked anyway.
He was horrible.
He was so bad anyways, dude.
Terrible.
Dude, but it also makes you think, if he was just taking them now.
Well, actually, no, because it was not. It was. Now, this is what happened with Chris Davis on the Orioles. It was prescribed pills that he got a prescription for, but you need to tell the league, and he didn't tell the league. And
bullshit. He was using roids.
That's not what he got. That's not what they said.
Jimmy G?
Yes, that is what they said.
Oh, happened. It was the same situation as that? I didn't look into it that much.
That's is what they said happened with Garoppolo. There was a prescribed thing that he got, and he didn't disclose it to the league. And then he got busted for PEDs, and he couldn't. And he tried to be like, "Oh, I have a prescription for it," but they had no proof of that.
Wow. Sucks. Sucks to be him.
So he was going to be a backup quarterback somewhere else next year, and he wanted to be available to be a backup for the first 2 games.
Yeah, sucks. But
he's got
a
massive contract, though, from the Raiders anyway, that they still have to pay him. So
yeah, he's doing okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's good for us today. I think that's a good way to call it. Good week on the show. Next week, we're back to our full week slate. Monday, Wednesday,
this is a full week
Friday.
slate. You weren't there on Monday.
Yeah, I wasn't there on Monday. So next week, we got a regular week, and then another regular week after that.
Should be, yeah.
And then another regular week after that, and then I'm gone for a week.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, be ready to join up these next few weeks. We appreciate it, boys. Tell your friends.
Shout out Manscaped.
Shout out to Manscaped. Tell everybody to tune into the show. We do appreciate it. Keep killing shit. Good luck in your personal lives. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Deuces.
See you guys. Go Ravens.